Hi, welcome to my channel again. Today I want to talk about how to stop our negative self-talk, that voice in our head, the internal chatter that tends to stop us from doing what we want to do. So for me personally, it's been a case of whenever I wake up, that's what I've noticed from my spiritual growth experience. Um, the intensity of the negative talk, the negative self-talk in my head is at its highest when I wake up in the morning and I want to start my day. So it seems from my observation, that when we sleep, our body resets and our brain somehow resets itself back to factory setting. So no matter how inspired or motivated you were the day before, when you wake up in the morning, when you go to sleep, basically, your brain resets back to its normal way of functioning. And um, upon waking up, for me, I noticed that I I feel down if I don't, if I'm not aware. Well, even if I'm aware, I still feel down. First thing, those are the first thoughts that come to my mind, and I've been able to put some awareness into the thoughts that flood my mind in the morning. Thoughts of doubt, and basically thoughts of doubt and very limiting beliefs. They all show up again. But by putting awareness into that my morning routine through meditation, uh, I'm able to just observe those thoughts and allow them to come and go without having to act or believe in any of the thoughts. So that's how I get myself inspired first thing after waking up from sleep. So I try to rewire the brain again to that state of to the state of inspiration that I will need to move myself forward to the day. And I do this by talking to myself and telling myself, by changing the story, changing the narrative within, telling myself that that those thoughts are not really um, where I should be going to. So then I do some little journaling in the morning to keep myself refreshed. I flood myself, with happy thoughts, with thoughts of gratitude, thoughts of happiness, remembering what I had done the day before, and believing that I'm on a mission, to do something better. And that's those are the kind of thoughts that I put into my head again and put into myself to enable me do what I need to do the hard things for the day. And, and yeah, if we're not aware, of those thoughts that usually come after the brain has been reset, then we're just going to fall into the old patterns of behavior that have ruled our lives for a long time. So this is just one aspect, of the rewiring process. Um, it takes consistency. It takes constant action, constant inspired action to rewire the brain so that the brain, and I've noticed that I've been waking up now more with more positive feelings than it used to be in the past. So I don't normally fall back into my old patterns of doubt first thing in the morning and fear and anxiety. So this is a way to beat it. I've mentioned three ways inside this way. Inside this early morning way, I've mentioned three ways there: meditation, journaling, just journaling, basically writing some good stuff about yourself, writing affirmations about yourself, reaffirming to yourself, reapproving yourself by yourself, that you're here for a bigger purpose, reading your life purpose statement again, reinventing yourself every morning. You need to create that positive inspiration for yourself, because if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it for you. Motivation, like they say, is like having your shower every morning. It doesn't matter how clean you were the day before. You still need to brush your teeth and have your shower the next morning to clean out, the other day's activities. So that's how motivation is. It expires in the night, and you need to reactivate it consciously again in the morning. If you don't do that, you're going to fall back into those old patterns, those old destructive patterns, and listening to your own negative talk. So when I talk about meditation, there are different levels to meditation, I know. But if you're just starting, then it's just basically about quietening your mind and observing those negative thoughts. You can make it a practice. You can do 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. It depends on how long or committed and dedicated you are. It's also something you can also do during the day, whenever there's space. Well, there's space most of the time. If you're not working, like in an office or something, and even if you're working in the office, you can always take a few minutes, 5 minutes to catch yourself again, because we're always living in the future. We're always planning the next thing to do. We're always thinking about our past and how, most times thoughts about the past really are not even so helpful. I never used to think about the best things that happened in my life. Our brain is wired towards safety, so my thoughts usually revolved around being safe, which means staying away from pain, staying away from risk, staying away from mistakes, trying to avoid doing anything that will destabilize my normal paradigm, my normal way of living. So I have to, I just have to make that effort consciously. I have to make that conscious effort to rewire my thinking and my internal belief system and the internal dialogue that goes on within me. So now I really believe I'm here to make a difference. I truly believe it, and that's why I showed up again today, to make this video. It's not easy, because there's always that part of you that will tell you that what you're doing is not giving you any results yet. Why are you continuing to do this? Why don't you just take a break today? Why don't you leave this for later? The procrastination effect, is there. Yeah, but if we love ourselves truly, we'll have to leave that zone of comfort. We'll have to motivate ourselves. We have to inspire ourselves, to action, by taking action too. It's not just a thought process. You also have to take action. You have to do something physical, that will push you there. One other technique I use in the morning is doing my exercise, and I don't enjoy doing the exercise. So I know that if I'm successful at doing that exercise first thing in the morning, then I will be able to. Then I can congratulate myself, and I can pat myself on the back, and it inspires me to do other things that are difficult, during the day, which include my tasks. Setting a task, having a goal for the day, having a to-do list, as they call it. What you need to do, what you need to achieve for the day to take you to where you're going to. So that might be another video, how to create a to-do list, and what to include in the to-do list and what not to include in the to-do list. So thank you for listening to this video, and I'll be back with another one later. Bye.